Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 29 of the Realm Recap. I am Jason from Yakface.com, joined by Fly Guy from FlyGuy.net once again.
Good evening. Good evening. How's your week been?
It's been good.
Good.
Despite the, it's been busy, but despite the hiccup from our attempted broadcast from last week, we're back in our home bases.
Sure.
So, show should run as normal. So, big
And
news this week was essentially all geared around the 6-inch Black Series line. Walgreens, of course, has been getting in the new product. All centered around the prototype Boba Fett that everyone seems to be hunting for. Um, this showed up early last week. I still haven't seen this damn thing. I haven't seen any of the figures in this assortment.
yeah,
For people that aren't sure or just kind of coming blind into it, it includes this prototype Boba Fett, which everyone wants, Chewbacca, Luke, Jedi, Darth Vader, and the
Sandtrooper.
Sandtrooper with the black pauldron.
Yep. Which is the renumbered versions for this year again. It's the whole
Right.
1, 2, 3, etc. So
Yep. New packaging look, relaunched
Yep.
with this wave, and with that came the new number sequence. So
this is the guy who's causing the real trouble, I think, is the Fett. But
scalper bait.
scalper bait, indeed, isn't it? Just it's like it's already all over Fleabay for crazy prices, and the same for these guys, which is kind of nuts because they're coming out again pretty soon by most stores soon. So, but everybody wants them first, so yeah, gotta get them. But
And it's weird with the Boba Fett. I mean, I think this whole wave actually, people were surprised that it hit so soon, considering that the website says in stores 11/1, November. Oh,
Yep.
it hit stores at the end of August.
Yeah.
And then people are upset that those that were able to get in their pre-orders on the website, they're still sitting empty-handed, and there's all of these flooding out there, and these magical retail lands that I don't live in for some reason. I don't know why. I titled this show "The Walgreens Stalker" because that's what I feel like. I think I hit like 4 Walgreens on my way to work every day, and these people are, I walk in, oh, hi, be well, and I'm walking out with nothing. They're gonna pull a restraining order or something on me because I'm in and out in 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes. It's just like a quick loop down the aisles and
No.
rifle through some stuff, and it's like, oh, it's him again.
I think Walgreens have seen a large intake in middle-aged men wandering around by the ladies' nail polish section, just near the toys, just looking everywhere. But yeah, what are you going to do? It's going to take some time for these things to reach all these stores, and a lot of the stores are not getting them. That was one of the things I got from some of the contacts there was they just will not be getting them. Period. So it's not as if it's every store.
Right.
A lot of Agent Venoms turned up, but Star Wars has been the thinner one, I think, rather than from what I've seen. But are you getting that as well? Has it been more Star Wars you've heard, or?
Yeah. Like speaking of that Agent Venom, I haven't seen that either in my area.
He's a beaut.
Yeah,
He's a beaut.
and for people that collect that Marvel line, it's a free thing you could sign up for on the Walgreens website. It's like their Balance Rewards program. You can sign up for this card, or just give them your phone number, and you'll get a discount on that figure next week. I think it's on the 7th it starts, for $14.99.
Well,
So that's a pretty decent markdown, and I wouldn't be surprised if the same thing happened for Boba Fett. I mean, it's an
that's
advertised
insane.
exclusive. Since I was able to pre-order the Boba Fett on the website, so I don't know why I'm killing myself trying to hunt it down in stores. But as someone who's registered on the site, you get these, advanced newsletter type solicitations, and you can view next week's ad, and it shows that Marvel Agent Venom figure is on sale next week for that price. So
There you go.
I hope
Heard it here first.
I hope the Boba Fett gets a similar promotion. It
That's
should.
a that's a crazy price for them to give away. I mean, that's really pushing towards, I would
Cost.
imagine, cost.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, but meanwhile, all these poor people over in the UK and Australia and Europe, and they're just cursing, saying, but there we go. What do you do? That's the way it goes.
Yes. Let's see what else.
We move
Just kind of tying into the reviews here, or the 6-inch figures. Our friends at the Wolfpack podcast had posted their YouTube reviews of some of these figures. I don't know if we talked about it last week, but they also were able to score the Rebels vehicles, at least
That's
two
right.
of the new
That's right.
ones. So subscribe to those guys over there. They do a fine job over there.
They do.
A passion that a lot of us have, and
Yeah, definitely seems. I mean, we're just showing a close up here. If you're watching the video version, that the helmet seems to be really recessed into the neck. But
yeah, and that's, I don't know. I don't
nice
want
to
to
get a
get
preview. I know we don't want to get into it too much, but it seems to suffer that same issue that you shared in your 3 3/4 review of
oh yeah,
loose helmet syndrome. So as we can see on there, but yeah, but interesting figure, really in demand. So many people want to get that Vader, that's for sure. So
yep.
yeah, good job the review.
Let's see. Dorkside Toys had posted some new 6-inch figures that were. I don't think are they up there, back up there now, or are they still
No,
down?
they did indeed release some 6-inch figures, and customer service got swamped. Literally got swamped.
Well, that's a good thing.
That is a good thing, but I think the questions were, which version of Obi-Wan is it, and is he coming with a blaster? And it was just hundreds. So our poor customer service manager, I think, was just like, give me a break, guys. Can we please get these things off the website until we know more? So they're going for the time being. But it was an Obi-Wan Kenobi as yet to be revealed, and Bosk, which we knew about. Sorry, IG-88 was the other bounty hunter. Bush and Commander Cody. So we pretty much know these are coming from Hasbro's point of view, but as yet, they were never available for pre-order. They were only available just to be, hey, these figures are coming. So,
Right.
but yeah, there's the kind of list there we're just sharing on the screen there. But we knew about the rest, Yoda, etc., and all the others. So, but
Right. Yeah, I'm looking
Commander
forward to
Cody.
those.
Oh, wow, fantastic. So
That
yeah, they will be good.
that IG-88 is going to be pretty sweet.
He
I
is,
have a
he is
feeling.
indeed. And if he's as
Hopefully
good with,
Sorry, go
go for
ahead.
it. No, I was just going to say, if he's as good as the Bosk with the kind of opening mouth that we've seen, chances are he's going to be coming with his kind of knife on the back and the grenades and so forth. So
Right.
yeah, should be good.
Yeah, I hope like with some of these. I'm trying to think of the last 6-inch figures I've opened. I think it was the Anakin and the Clone Trooper. The plastic used for those was a little bit kind of rubbery, where there was some. It wasn't a solid plastic, like especially for the limbs.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um, and with IG-88 being so spindly as he is, I hope
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
more of a rigid plastic that they use for the
That's a good
limbs
point,
on there,
actually.
especially because even some of the 3 3/4 inch figures that have the spindly legs, they'll sag and droop and bow
Mm-hmm. And bend in
under
plastic as
under their own
well,
weight
and
even.
yeah,
So,
yeah. It's going to be tough trying to get those kind of shoulder joints as well to get the pins to stay, because IG-88's got those two huge weapons, well, one anyway. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. That's going to be very interesting to see that one.
moving to the 3 3/4 inch line, there were some additional pre-orders that went up at Dorkside Toys. The Leia, Doom, Mosep Benid, and a few other figures were
Mm-hmm.
placed up there. So
That's right. Yeah, lots and lots of new toys. Yeah, so Moet Benid is the Cantina alien. If you need to look him up to remember who he was, and I'm not so fussed about this Leia, but a lot of people seem to be really happy about her. So
yeah,
It's yeah, it's love it or hate it, but hey, she's coming back, which is nice, and lots of clones, Commander Thorn, so and Bush
Boosh,
again.
yep.
So
There's the Imperial Navy commander, a Rebel fleet trooper, which I think isn't that the Yavin Metal Bearer? Is that what the
I believe so. That's
consensus was
been
on
kind of
that?
rumored. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think so. And the other ones we've seen as well. So yeah, lots of new toys coming for Christmas time, which is good. So
I'm still amazed that 6-inch C3PO. Um, we haven't seen what that looks like yet. I mean,
I
it's been
know.
forever since that was announced. I think that was announced initially with like Bosk and um, was it
Well,
the clone sergeant or lieutenant or whatever it was.
same for the Emperor with the electric kind of shooting finger versions that we were told we're getting. So I don't know what they're doing, what they're up to. Maybe saving for future wave. I mean, it makes perfect sense that they maybe do case readjustments and maybe want to hold one back, but
Hmm.
maybe I don't know. Maybe 3PO goes best with another character or something further down the line. Another
Right.
R2. I don't know, but
Oh, cool.
we shall
Let's
see.
see. Revealed earlier this week, maybe it was last week even. The It was Toys R Us Canada website had a placeholder up for um, an exclusive mission series set. It was called something kind of generic with Jedi Reveal. It was later determined that this was actually shown at the FanExpo in Canada, and It's a Rebels set that includes Kanan, Ezra, and a secret mystery figure. Um, Interesting. That figure is like uh, blind packaged. I would say it's packed behind like a black, opaque piece of plastic, so you can't tell what it is.
That's right.
Um,
But we know now.
but we know, yeah,
It's just getting
because
spoiled.
on the description for the original posting that was later pulled from the Toys R Us Canada website, it was a holographic version of Obi-Wan from the Clone War, or not from the Clone Wars, but from the Rebels series.
Rebel series, yeah.
Not really a spoiler considering they showed it in the trailer,
Yeah, I
in the
know,
previews.
I
So I'm not
know,
sure why it's such a big surprise.
I know. It's well, like I guess these things are obviously aimed as well at not at us, but at
Right.
people who are brand new to the show. But that has got to be one of the most unexciting figures.
Oh,
Really, no? Is that
I
controversial?
love I'm such a homer for this stuff. It's it's cool. Cool is maybe a strong word. I like the non-articulated holographic figures like this. Because typically when we've received holographic figures or spirit figures, all their joints are translucent, and you could see where the pins go through in every spot, and it just
Sure.
it's kind of off-putting for me. Um, and you're not going to have that holographic figure in a it's kind of a specialized kind of diorama piece, where you're
Sure.
not going to have him doing a whole lot. I would guess. Um, so I like the figures kind of like that for the holographic ones, but
Well, hey,
I
each
may
their
be in the
own. It
minority.
just, yeah, it's well for me. It's just, I mean, in terms of, see, I think of these as action figures, and then when I think of this hologram, he'll just stand there.
Yeah.
But I get the point. They're going to sit on a shelf, so it's
He
this is what
might,
makes collecting
yeah,
fun.
he might have one POA. He might have a neck joint. Otherwise, it looks pretty salt and pepper shakerish, which is fine.
Indeed. Indeed.
Um, and I noticed the other day I was kind of Hasbro released uh, a couple days ago the official images of that
Yes.
to the websites out there, and I was kind of scouring over the high-res images, and I was noticing that underneath um, on the box itself, there's some the Arabesh text that is on the packaging,
Yes. Oh, you
and
posted.
I'm so such a nerd. I went and I pulled up the translator um, document that I have for the Arabesh font, and it spells out part of Obi-Wan's name. It spells out OBI dash WA. The N is left off because it probably wraps around the other side of the box, or it's just not fully visible. But yeah, that's another. indicator that it's Obi-Wan in the box, and also there's a silhouette on the top side of the box that is Obi-Wan as a hologram. So
Indeed.
not really a big secret, I guess.
You've done that before a couple of times. I've seen you translate some Arabic stuff, so never mind.
Nothing else to do, I guess.
Glad someone is out there doing it. So Toys R Us was next.
Yeah, you had posted a link regarding, I think it was the Cantina Showdown things that are just.
That's right. So
Gathering
this was just, yeah, look, it was just to see how good it can be, and how much, unfortunately, it hasn't been with the Toys R Us set from Hasbro with the cardboard chairs. And we've talked about this before, you and I. A lot of the Go Home Productions and others who make customizable chairs and tables, and this is what you can get. So this was a photograph by Glenn Morris from the UK. He shared his Han and Guido, and it just looked great. So I just thought it was worth sharing. Nice little, just shows you what you can do. That was it.
Nice. Let's see what else. This just popped up. I received a solicitation, or a general announcement about this the other day, that prior to the packaging change to the Black Series, the black and orange, these figures were supposed to come on the Droid Factory cards, which, as we know, those 6 figures came as an Amazon exclusive.
That's right.
There were other figures that were supposed to kick off that line look, and there are some packaging samples, essentially, that have hit eBay. And it started out, I think, around $500 when I first looked at it. I think this is for 12 figures, this auction. There are no new figures in here per se. Well, not new to us now, I guess.
Sure, but they're, yeah.
Yeah. But these were how they were originally intended to be released. They later came out on the the first and second wave of the Black Series.
That's right, minus the droid, of course, but U-3PO, I think it is. But it's a bit of a shame that these weren't on vintage cards, because I could see the price going really high, but sadly they're not. So
yeah, the auction for this is now in the $1,100 range.
At 1,600 is now.
Oh, 16 now.
So yeah, just showing that on screen just now. The Anakin, R2, Biker Scout, Padme, and TIE Fighter pilot. So it's all the U-3PO was the other part there that they had, which I don't think was in the original Build-A-Droid. It was Dooku's droid, if I remember correctly.
Right, like of these 12 figures, the Build-A-Droid is different in half of it. 6 figures.
That's right.
So yeah, we got both figures.
We did. I just mean in terms of this re-release again. So
kind of a neat thing that doesn't show up every.
It does not.
Very often. It would be. I think the original post on eBay said there are only 2 of these in existence as far as complete sets. Thought I saw that in the text.
Just never read. Yep, correct. As far as I know, there's only 2 full sets in existence.
So that's pretty.
That's pretty weird.
Pretty unique. This is something you're not going to want to open if you were to, get.
It's just a shame they're not perhaps the most exciting figures, but
right.
I guess because we've seen them. If we hadn't seen these on a card, we probably would have liked them more.
I think and I think when this line look was first announced, we did see some of them at a convention. I don't know if it was Toy Fair or.
Okay.
I think it might have been. Was it clear back in Celebration? I don't know.
Can't
I don't
remember.
think it was that far back. But we did see like the Anakin on this
card.
card and a few of those. So
cool.
Let's see what else. I saw this link over at Imperial Shipyards regarding some of these Star Wars Command figures. We're sharing this via the video, so you won't really be able to see this if you download the MP3 version, but there's obviously something wrong with this Scout Trooper. He's missing his hands.
I mean, this does happen. I mean, I've seen quite a few Hasbro figures even recently where some of the hands are literally missing fingers, and so, yep,
Right. It's just
plastic. Gonna happen.
yeah,
Gonna
the
happen.
act of the the plastic not filling the mold and
Yep.
being air bubble trapped in there or something. So,
Yeah, not good. Especially when this one is the exclusive figure as well. You'd be a little annoyed.
right.
So, but there we
But
go.
luckily enough, there are probably a dozen more of those hanging on the pegs along
This
with it.
is
So
true. This is very true.
you're probably not gonna have to hunt. You probably won't have to hunt too hard to try to find a replacement if you want that
Possibly
figure.
not. Possibly not.
Let's see. Moving on to some Lego news.
Some Lego, yeah.
You picked up the Lego Dark Side book.
I did. Yes, it arrived very, very quickly. Actually, I mean, this post was actually because we're 2 weeks old now, but we'll talk about it more towards the end. But yeah, the Dark Side book arrived out, but it's not a great heavy read, that's for sure. It's
Right.
very, very light in terms of the content in it. But we get this cool little minifigure, the Palpatine brand new release. But yeah, it's very light, very much one for kids, and really not that exciting. But if you're paying 11 or $12 for it, that's not so bad.
Right.
So
And obviously, for completists out there for the Lego stuff, the figure is attractive in that regard, and so is the book. I guess if you're a Lego
yep,
uh,
definitely.
document collector.
So
What else?
yeah,
Another you posted
yeah, more
Lego
Lego, more
new
Lego.
Luke.
Yeah, just a little. Hothbrick's a great little site for Lego news. Posted some information there that there's in the Advent calendar, which I've actually got as well. Managed to arrive this week already. So it's Christmas time already, people. So we get a different look in the set. So if you're a complete minifig freak like me, then yeah, you've got another one to collect. So yeah,
So
more Lego on the way.
yeah, that figure looks like the legs are different as far as they're white
That's right.
legs,
That's right. Just white
and
leg.
it looks like he's a little more tan than.
Tanned. He does. It does. Yeah. I've not opened the box itself, but we'll share that the next show. We'll have a look more at the Advent calendar. But pretty nice set this year. Some nice little minifigures with a Darth Santa and a few other bits and pieces. Another variation on that. But yeah, if you're into Lego, it's kind of essential. So.
Yeah, it seemed like there were a lot of minifigures in that set this year.
Yeah.
Versus little little
Build
buildable
the ships.
vehicles.
Definitely.
A lot of figures.
It's quite a good set this year, but yeah, I'll try and share that the next show.
Okay, let's see. There was some news that leaked out regarding new sets coming for. I guess that would be for 2015.
That's right, even more Lego. So yet again, a couple of sites managed to piece together some information. Again, Hothbricks and Eurobricks pieced together some of the data that had came out before, and yeah, this is pretty much just an indication of some of the minifigures that you could be getting in these sets coming up pretty soon. But interesting to see the Rebel stuff there as well. So, and now we know about the Slave one as well, which is another news item we probably haven't covered there. But yeah, brand new Slave One Ultimate Collector Series.
Yeah, that looks like a pretty nice set. And is that supposed to be a new Boba Fett included in that one as well?
It's kind of a rehashed Boba Fett. It's a variation on one that came with the Cloud City set many years ago. So this time we're getting arm prints. But other than that, that's pretty much the same Boba Fett. So not much difference. No real new minifigures. It's a repackaged or a Caucasian version of the formerly black Bespin security guard.
Oh.
So not that exciting, but the ship looks pretty good. So.
Let's see, and another Lego item was this Lego blaster that I had seen floating around.
Yeah, this was something I just saw from Japan. I just thought I would share. Let me just bring that up on screen just now. But a really nice creation. Just shows you what people are with Lego, and it's just a tweet here that's going to pull through in a second. But considering we get these microfighters from Lego, it would be pretty sweet to get a set of Lego blasters in this scale. Let's just see if this loads in just a second. But it's literally like a small ship. There we go on screen just now. So I just love this. I love the work that people put into Lego and blasters and so forth. So yeah, looks pretty good.
Yeah, I've seen some. Let's see. There were some lightsaber custom sets that have
Yeah, quite a few of
been
them
done.
too. Yeah.
I like those a lot. That'd be a cool little subset to have.
Yeah. Well, it's just one of those lines. It would be good if Lego could do that, just to expand the stuff that they offer. But yeah,
Let's see. Moving on from Lego, I saw. I think this was over on the what site was it? Whoosh
Wish. Yeah,
was
yeah.
a custom dais for the 6-inch Jabba the Hutt using that. Oh, what is it called? It's like that planting foam, that green that you
I
can
know
pick up at.
exactly. Yeah. They haven't kind of mentioned exactly what it is, but it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it
So
looks.
we'll open the tutorial. We'll have a look at that in just a second. But I actually thought this was the three-quarter dais.
Hmm.
But that's stunning. That's pretty smart.
Yeah, essentially
Uh,
what the person does is he takes that green foam type stuff, coats it with glue, or like I guess it's Elmer's glue, a mixture of glue and water, to get a nice texture on it and to
yeah.
seal it, and then paints the outside, and then adds the various little bits and
Yeah.
pieces.
So they're calling it Floracraft.
Yep.
So dry foam. Yeah, if you're potting your plants, you'll know exactly what it is. But nice touch. All the tutorials done there with a little stormtrooper holding the stuff. So that's a good job. Very very slick.
Yeah, it looks very easy, from a customizing standpoint. It's not like you're trying to vacuum form plastic or you're trying
Yep.
to,
Yep. Yep.
sculpt stuff out of, clay or anything like that. It seems pretty straightforward. So I'm very tempted to try it once I get around to cleaning up this place. Got too much
Yeah,
stuff
pretty
going on.
good. That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Let's see. Other 6-inch type stuff going on is Bandai revealed new images for that samurai Darth Vader figure, which I think looks pretty sweet.
He does look very sweet indeed, and
Very
a lot
tempting.
of people were very. I know it's just a good-looking figure overall, and I mean, I think a lot of this spawned off from Celebration Europe a way back when they did the Vader helmet project, and this was one of them. It was a samurai Vader. That's what I remember this from clearly, but I'm sure it's came up before in drawings from Ralph McQuarrie and others that the whole the inspiration for Vader was, or Vader's helmet was from a samurai kind of background. So
Yeah,
looks good though.
yeah. I'm leaning that way. I might try for that because I know they're gonna do a stormtrooper in this style as well. Excuse me. So I like it.
Cool.
Let's see.
Disney time.
Regarding Disney merchandise, the Disney Store website has updated a couple weeks back with some of those figurine sets that I first saw back in April when I went out to California. Those have started to show up on the website. Let's see, it's the A New Hope set and the Return of the Jedi set. Oddly, the Empire Strikes Back set hasn't popped up there yet.
That's a
So
good point. Yeah. So they
so
look great
these,
though. These look good. This is
yeah,
what
they're not
command.
they're
This
not
is
bad.
the command line could have looked like with a little bit of a paint kit. But
Right. And these are pretty, they're almost 3 3/4 inch scale. They're not small like the command line is. Those are only about 2 inches tall. But these are larger figures. Uh, the images that the Disney Store released aren't the best as far as the paint jobs go. I haven't seen these in person yet.
mhm.
Uh, that would be a big determining factor on whether or not I would,
Pick these
suggest
up.
buying them. But
Wasn't one of the key features really here the play sets that these guys are going to come with as well?
yeah, I'm not sure where that is going. I haven't seen. I mean, looking at some of the other some of the other lines that the
Mhm.
Disney Store carries, like the different princess type stuff, and I really haven't seen play sets for those lines, so I don't know what that would entail. So
Fair enough.
But
Subway.
for $12, you're getting. I think that's what they are for $12.99, something like that for these. For a six-figure set, which is
Good price.
as a gift or for a kid that you don't want to have to worry about them losing you know blasters and lightsabers and whatnot.
Sure.
It's kind of like an easy way to go about it.
For sure.
Let's see, kind of retail. This was Subway. Subway. They have started a new promotion regarding Star Wars Rebels, and you can get different backpacks for the characters. I think there are 4 or 5 different ones.
Have you seen these?
Not in person. I've seen they're just coming off of the Guardians of the Galaxy promotion.
That's right, yeah.
And
yeah.
I've seen those bags, so I'm pretty sure they're the exact same thing, just a different print.
Yeah.
These are not terrible. I think you get them for $1.
Yeah, you do. They're very. I was really tempted, but yeah, they're just. It's pretty low quality, but it's $1. It's So that's it. It is what it is.
Hopefully,
I think
I'm sure we'll see more, foodie type merchandise stuff come out, like with cereal and whatever snacks and all that stuff.
Yeah, sure.
This show finally rolls out here.
They're really pushing this big time. So yeah, it's no surprise that anything with Rebels on at the moment is just going to be huge. So.
Yep. You posted a link to some prototype Hot Wheels vehicle images that tie into Rebels. There was one for Chopper, and I think one for the Inquisitor.
That's right. Yeah.
Those look.
They look pretty good, actually.
Yeah. I like the. I like the concept art for the other.
Yes.
For the mainline cars or the original trilogy vehicles, but when they finally saw the final product, I wasn't too thrilled and said I was only going to get the Yoda from that and not go any deeper. So I'll probably not go with these. I do like that Chopper, though. I mean, that looks...
It does. That looks pretty good. Well, I mean, the thing is, it's like anything else. Like, we love Star Wars, but we also love the Ralph McQuarrie drawings and the artwork of it, the whole behind the scenes, like the sketchboard, storybook stuff we've talked about. So this is pretty nice, the artwork here. The Inquisitor just looks great. It just looks awesome there. But yeah, I don't know whether I would pick these up. I don't think I would. So, yeah.
And then you have a post here regarding when collecting has gone too far.
I just saw this through the week. It was at Target, and you deserve to be bitten on the butt if you put this on your dog, I think, quite frankly. Poor dog. I mean, why would you buy that for your animal? I know it's a novelty thing, but I think it was a good $25 or $30 plus shipping. I think, really? Anyway, so... only in America. Well, you may start your pooping. You may start your landing, Lord Vader. Yes, so that's what brought to mind. But a little bit nuts. Poor dog. Poor dog. So yes, a little daft. But Star Wars is everywhere. That's for sure. So.
Oh yeah, because I think because PetSmart, I think is it Petco or PetSmart? I can't remember which.
Well, both, I think. Yeah.
Both have a bunch of pet-related toys,
stuff
for your pet. So costumes for dogs, might as well. Let's see. Not Star Wars, but Sideshow released info regarding the pre-orders coming next week for the Scout Trooper and the Speeder Bike 1/6 scale line.
So happy.
Yep, I think those will do well.
They look really good. I just think with the recent Biker Scout and the 6-inch scale, I'm just really excited to get this in the larger scale. Did you ever have any of the older Sideshow versions of them? Or the Hasbro version, I should say?
Oh, of the 12-inch? Yeah. I had the 3 that came out, the Biker Scout, the Leia, and the Luke.
The Leia and the Luke, yeah. They were pretty good, actually, for the time.
Yeah.
Huge, absolutely massive. So this thing's going to be roughly in that scale, too, so it's going to be big.
Yep.
Gonna be very,
and
very
expensive, probably.
And expensive, yeah, that's for sure. But pretty essential in my mind. But yeah, that's looking good.
Let's see. One more quick 6-inch item here. I belong on Facebook to a 6-inch Black Series, collector group, I guess you would call it, and it's just devoted to the 6-inch figures from Hasbro. And some crazy person out there is building a 6-inch scale version of the AT-ST,
Yeah, so
and it is amazing.
it is.
This
He's
guy,
this guy
posts.
Solo.
Yeah, this guy posts, work in progress photos, a couple a day, and they're just great. I mean, it's totally scratch built, and there are some shots come in some of these later links that I'm trying to identify some of the parts that he's used to build it, and he's used everything from I'm blanking now, but old parts from, let's say, there's the weapons rack that came with that Stormtrooper way back.
Oh yes, I remember that. Yeah.
He's using that for some of the greeblies on the back,
Nice.
the head of the deal, and I don't know. He's got just an amazing talent.
Well, I mean, one thing that strikes me, this is a very doable vehicle in this scale, and the reason is, look at the Han Solo that's next to that there. That's the bulk of the vehicle. The rest of it is just legs.
Right.
So, theoretically, that's not that hard a vehicle for them to do.
Yeah.
That could be really pretty something special. So, very interesting.
Yeah, we'll have some additional links when we post the show notes on YouTube, so you can have direct links to this guy's build. There's about a half a dozen or so links on there. It's pretty intensive. He just posted one tonight regarding the legs that he had started building, and it looks amazing. It's something I hope that we might get in some form in the future, but
definitely
to build your own is just something special. Finally, Rancho Obi-Wan, in a couple weeks here on the 20th of September, they're having their second annual gala event, and Rancho Obi-Wan has posted a preview at some of the items that are available for auction.
Mm-hmm.
These are items right out of Steve Sansweet's collection. I assume they're extras of what he already owns.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, a lot
really
of
good.
There's figures, there's sculpture, just a ton of different items.
That's beautiful. That Stormtrooper, the Samurai Trooper there, as it's seen on screen. There's a Jabba from STCC. That gorgeous Celebration 5 Boba Fett image.
Yep.
Love that print by Chris Travis.
And a lot, as you can see on some of the links, some of these were donated by individuals. So, like, some of the artists are donating some of these prints to be auctioned off. And
yep. Santa Cruz skateboards.
Oh yeah.
I
went out looking for those today, by the way. And
did you?
Yeah. I'm gonna get one.
Are you?
Oh yeah. I'm getting this. I'm getting this Stormtrooper.
Nice. Very nice. There's a couple of very nice pieces, and the one that caught my eye, that was actually quite an interesting one. Yves Saint Laurent from the Phantom Menace. I've never seen that before, but just shows you the lengths and breadths they went to for licensing at those days. And the other one I think that really caught my eye was the original Kim Simmons 93 vintage figures, which was just beautiful looking. So very nice.
Yeah. That'd be a great print to have.
Are you picking up some audio? Are we maybe having a little bit of audio problems? Is it just my end?
I'm not hearing anything on mine.
It must be mine. I hope it's not coming through for everyone else, but apologies if you are. Well, the next thing was you.
Oh yeah. Everyone, I'm sure, has been seeing all of the different ALS Ice Bucket Challenge videos that have popped up out there. I was challenged by, Fly Guy and Corey from over at the Wolfpack podcast, so I went ahead and I did it, and man, it was cold. I filled up my R2-D2 cooler, which you can see on the floor back here. He's he's probably mad at me from filling him with ice cold water. But
Very good. Uh, that's a really cool cooler. It's excellent. I
yeah,
just thought typically you had to have something Star Wars in there.
yeah,
But there we go. There's Jason getting wet. Anything. That's a heavy bucket. You filled
yeah.
that
I
one.
think it was filled with a couple
There we go.
gallons of water.
Well done.
My wife was just laughing her ass off too. Um, it was cold.
Ah, dear.
Took the breath away for sure.
I
And
can imagine.
my kids were watching over there on the sidelines, and they were, "Why are you doing that?" I'm like, "It's for a good reason."
Adult person. Yeah, I know.
A couple other notable videos popped up as well. There was a good one from Mark Hamill, who he challenged all of the new cast members for Episode 7, and then proceeded to be totally drenched with several buckets of water. That was pretty amusing.
Yeah, it was very funny.
And then there was a Homer Simpson one that was out there, and it had a tie to Star Wars because there was a cascade of things that dropped down on top of him, not just water, and there was a tauntaun and a wampa that landed on him. So I thought that was kind of humorous.
Excellent. I think, yeah, I remember seeing the Wampa, and you got to watch the video itself. It's going to take a little minute for us to load it if that was to watch it. But yeah, check it out. It's on your site and in the show notes.
Let's see. An item you had plugged in here regarding movie news was there was a unofficial posting on Amazon regarding Clone Wars Season 6 on Blu-ray, which we haven't had yet. It's only exclusively been released on Netflix.
That's right.
So there's some rumblings that it's actually coming on a physical disc.
So it's up. It's on Germany. So Amazon Germany then has that. So
Yeah.
I'm just still very confused with the whole release schedule they've had of this. It first appears in Germany. Not that I'm against Germans getting it first. That's great, but yeah, it just seems really patchy, and a lot of countries still haven't had the Lost Missions. But I guess Netflix is pretty ubiquitous in the States, so.
Yeah.
But the UK still haven't had this, I believe. So.
Yeah, I don't remember what their.
I don't know whether they were getting it on Sky or not. I didn't think they'd had the Clone Wars yet. So anyway.
Let's see. There was a article posted regarding kind of a tease that Disney Infinity, the game console type thing, was going to include Star Wars in 2015. Star Wars characters, actual, not just in the game itself, but you see those little plastic toy things that in your various retailers. So it was pretty much a foregone conclusion that they were going to come out eventually. Marvel is starting, I think, just now getting a lot of their Avenger and other characters in that line in that game. So.
Well, it was actually, if I remember rightly, a way back you found a video, you're one of the first to share it, of the Disney Infinity releases, and it was you that saw the lightsaber in the fountain.
Yep.
One point I remember, so yeah, we shared that here on an earlier episode. So yeah, it's Disney. It's one of their franchises. They're going to make sure that everybody gets it. So.
Let's see.
Marvel.
Last week they announced and what's called the Legends Epic Collection. This is essentially Marvel reprinting Dark Horse type stories or Dark Horse comics in, it's now part of the Legends category where it's not officially technically canon anymore. It assembles some choice stories for Volume 1 of what's probably going to be several.
Oh god, yeah. There's 110 comics, I believe, if I remember rightly. So
yeah,
that was a lot. Plus all the specials and whatnot. So yeah.
Yep. So this one is titled Empire, and that the comics that were selected for this fit into that theme. We'll post a link regarding this, and it will explain and spell out exactly which episode, or not episodes, but which comic series are being compiled for this first volume.
Yep.
I thought it was kind of neat.
I'm glad to see these back. I mean, do you remember reading these as a kid? Were you a big Marvel comic fan? No?
I had some. These being, I can't remember what. These are some of the more recent storylines in this set.
Oh, I see. Okay, I thought this was the old classic ones.
No,
I thought
that's a whole different set. They're going to have so many of these books out. Yeah, these include some like Republic.
Oh, I see. Okay,
series.
okay.
Let's see, and there were a few little Episode 7 unofficial tidbits that came out just most recently. I think yesterday was a big one posted. Basically, it was regarding what some of the main characters have been doing in the past 30 years and how their storylines being revolved. But there was also first a link that came out regarding somehow Emperor Palpatine returning. I don't know how that worked.
I think the point that they're trying to make, or so the rumor seems to be, is that with with Carrie Fisher's daughter being potentially in the next movie, as far as we can tell, there's going to be some flashbacks, and that could open up the possibility for just about any character to come back, which gives them a chance to make toys, to make merchandise, to tell other stories. I like the prospect of that. So.
Yep.
Yeah, it'd be nice to. I don't know.
If it's done right, yeah.
If it's done right, it's just a gigantic Lost episode where we flash back all the time. So you never know.
Yeah, let's see. There was another one here posted by Latino Review. It had a bunch of things in there regarding what Leia was doing in the past 30 years, what Han was doing, Luke, other
the
things.
rumor of the week.
You could read it and take it for what it is, and I don't know how much of it is credible, to be honest.
No.
Let's see. With that brings us to our new toy acquisitions and purchases for, I guess, the past couple weeks now, since we didn't do a show last week. I've still been good.
You still really?
I haven't. The only thing I bought was something I bought way back, and I finally received it, and that was the holographic Yoda bank that was exclusive to Comic-Con.
Nice.
That finally shipped out.
He really looks as if you should be putting a light underneath them just to kind of give him
I did try that. I took my phone. I'll do it here quick. I turned the flashlight on, and then I...
Very cool. That is pretty cool, actually.
That works. But no, that was my own... I tried to purchase a bunch of stuff, but like I said, I haven't been able to find any of those new 6-inch Black Series figures.
Sure.
And I did try to buy that skateboard today, but I couldn't find it, or couldn't make it to the store that had it in time. So maybe tomorrow. Who knows?
Cool.
That was it. How about you?
I've been bad.
You've been
I've
bad?
been very bad. I think, as we said, the Lego Dark Side book is super slim in terms of interesting content. So you're getting your free minifigure, and really most of the other pages are giant pictures of some of the minifigures. There's really nothing going on in this book. It's a vapid read. I mean, look, again, if you're 5 or 6, you'll love it. But yeah, it's pretty thin on content. It's just another excuse for a minifigure. But again, it's $11, so you can't blame DK Books for kind of recycling and trying to get something out there. Darkside's having a sale, and I had to get one of these. I don't know if you ever picked any of these up, the fabrications.
I pre-ordered one today. Or not pre-ordered, but I ordered one today. I got the ordered the Yoda.
You go I said that a few weeks ago, and you're like, no, I'm not going to get that. I'm not going to get that. But
Yep.
I think it's what you can maybe see that is the artwork is actually gorgeous on the side of the packaging. There's some really nice little touches inside the drawings, and I think they've still got some left. But there's a Deadpool, which is just too cool. Harley Quinn and a few others, but I had to get the Boba. Some very nice person I know managed to help me get a...
What's that? Oh, that's a nice box.
Jabba, if we can see that. So I'll get a review of that done. And thank you very much to that amazing person. And yeah, I've been bad. Just bought more 6-inch. And I've got a lot of 12-inch that I have to review. General Grievous, I finally had a chance to open him up and look at him. What a stunning figure.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very cool. There definitely is some flaws, but pretty stunning overall.
Yeah.
What an amazing piece. So I will definitely get a review done this week, and we'll talk more and share about it next week because it's really worth sharing. So we'll talk about that then.
Sounds good. I think that is it for me.
Yep.
Let's see. Next week we will probably, hopefully, have a show, weather and technology permitting. But we'll see. We'd like to thank everyone for watching. We've got a few viewers and commenters going on this episode, so we thank those guys. I'll be sure to comment on their posts later. It's kind of hard to do during the live broadcast, but anyway, we'd like to thank everyone for watching and sharing and commenting, and we will see everyone next week.
See you later.